What's up? Okay, today we are going to, actually I've been working on this track for a couple days now. Remember when I made how to make cinematic music back in the day, like a couple weeks ago, like months ago? Well, I took that, I'll let you listen to it right here. I took that and then I'm turning it into a full track, and we're almost there. I got some good ideas, but I'm gonna do a little bit more editing and talk about the process of this track. So yeah, so another day of making music.
Turn up when the bass drops.
This virus thing is getting wild, man. People dying, and they're wanting to make everything go back to normal. It's tough. I don't think anything's going back to normal after this one, but never know.
Alright, I'm going to show you what I did to this track right now. I found this loop right here. The loop is 9 God Melody Thematics loop. This isn't the full loop. I kind of like broke it up and I added some effects and stuff, but I'll play it. But then I did a bunch of stuff to it, like I chopped it up. I added these little guitar fills right here. So after I chopped it up, moved a bunch of stuff how I wanted it. I added the serum effects right here, and then I also added the new KAYZO Beats plugin. It's called the Sauce. It is so good. I use this preset called Apex, and I think I turned the feedback a little bit more up and the dry and wet a little bit down because it was a little too much, but it sounds like this. Well, let's play it with just the Sauce. And I was in Serum and I found this badass synth sound, and I made these chords. I don't know if they were the right chords, but this is a good tip. Always keep your MIDI. Always duplicate your MIDI and keep it down here. So I always keep my MIDI no matter what it is at the very bottom, and then I'll mute everything in my MIDI and I'll deactivate it. It's pretty good. But this is the chords I played for this. They're not perfect at all. Like you can see, they're a little bit off. Some of them go ahead because I didn't try to make it perfect. I try to make it as real as possible, and it sounds pretty cool. So I'll play that for you right now. That whole this whole thing right here. How about I just play this loop, this chords I made. You can hear it chopping like that because of the sidechain. I have a kick and snare sidechain activated through this, so it goes ding 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 because of the kick and snare, so it can cut through. But yeah, I really like that. So let's play this all together for you. It sounds so good. I'll play the Sauce. That's just with the Sauce. Let's play the serum effects I added too. This sounds way better. And I also want to talk about this riser too. This riser right here is tight, but I used the very end right here of this sample, and all I did was I stretched it out a little bit right here, turned up the volume, and then I down pitched it and pitched it up. I down pitched it like 12 semitones, and then I pitched it up 24 semitones. So it's down 12, went up 24. So it sounds like this. So it just raises through the whole thing right there. And then I duplicated it, reversed it, so it's this goes into it. Sounds cool. Gets that little nice effect right there.
Need to take a break because I'm running out of ideas for this track. I like had a like it's just getting weird. Like this 4 on the floor part is like doof 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 doof. Like it's getting just odd, and I don't even know what I'm making now. So I think I'm still gonna work on it. I gotta edit some sounds. The sounds that I made in Serum, I have to bounce down to audio and then process those sounds. So yeah, I think it's coming along. It's not gonna be done today. I might not even finish it till I get a couple other checks done. But I don't know. Look, I made progress. I dug out 6 inches. Look at all that dirt. That's a lot of dirt.
Thing I also do is I bounce down all my drums from MIDI to audio, and the easiest way to do that in Bitwig is, say you have your kicks, you solo them like this, and then I highlight my whole drum MIDI right here, and I right click, right click, and then it bounces it down, just the kick drum, and then I do the same thing for the snare and then the hi-hats and all that, and then I'll have like a bunch of like audio samples. I also do it with my sub. I do it with everything. I'm actually about to do that right now. So, and I also use samples. I don't know why people don't use samples. It's like this right here, this riser right here. Let's this right here, this little hi-hat thing, why wouldn't you use this? Because I'm not gonna sit for 45 minutes to a half an hour, even 15 minutes to be like, oh, I want to add some hi-hats. I've just found some hi-hats magically. Actually, I did. Like, this was kind of magic. I just found these. It says snare, but they're gonna be hi-hats. I'm gonna make them sound like hi-hats. And it has that little rise in there. It just sounds perfect with it. So why wouldn't you use that? I don't get how people are against samples. You buy sample packs, and if you're just going to use the drums and that's it out of a sample pack that you paid for, you're dumb. I'm just telling you, you're stupid, because you bought that whole sample pack. So why wouldn't you use that whole sample pack? I don't understand. People want to be expert sound designers, but I don't really care about sound design anymore. When I first started, I loved doing it, but I just want to make music now. And I've just like this sample, this melody sample right here. It sounds nothing like the original, and I made this. This is my own. I could render this back down, and I could put it in a sample pack, and people would be like, oh, that sounds familiar, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like, just make music, not war. That's what you guys are doing. You're complaining about shit. Doesn't matter.